Hours Domestic Violence Survivors Exhibition Evening. Tonight we're here to witness the outcome of that special project. Auction here tonight is a culmination of not only 10 weeks of art therapy and expression, but many years of personal experiences and the journeys of the artists whose works are on display this evening.
Yes, the program that I run here, it's a pilot program that I developed 1 year ago for DV survivors. And the principle behind that project was to use art therapy as healing.
Miriam, who was running the art project, she really made me dive into my soul and said, I don't care what it is, it can be pink and purple and green brushstrokes, but you just put on a canvas just a little piece of your life for me. First I had no idea even where to start. Once I picked up the first brush, 10 weeks later I couldn't stop. And the artwork that I produced, God knows where it came from, but honestly it did come off the end of my paintbrush. I am so proud of it, and the end of it for me was liberating. It was my sense of relief, it was my shoulders went back down, my smile came back, and I knew that I'd got rid of that awful part of my life forever.
The art project was very significant in the healing process. Women come there broken, battered, no hope, and there's wonderful people that gather around and help to come out of that. I did 2 artworks. I wanted to make an impact with that one because it is a crime. So yeah, that's my impact one. And I also wanted to just give homage to the ladies that didn't survive like we've survived. So that's my other art piece. I often do think about the ladies that haven't survived. Really, our government should be doing something more in this area. Yeah. Thank you for coming, everyone.
For years I was battered and bruised, and the broken ribs and the black eyes, and you won't tell anyone because if you do, he would threaten my family.
I became quiet, I became it was like I was in a cage.
Eventually, I was left lying in a pool of blood.
So here we're talking about the perpetrator also inflicting that violence. What role do they play and how do they feel about it? Do they feel maybe guilt or remorse, or are they dealing with their own internal anger as they're doing that?
After so many years you begin to really lose yourself. Yeah, it's a hard life.
Then they started to focus on their growth, moving on, what symbolism they wanted to use. And then they would talk about the triggers that the work brought out, and then they'd be worried and concerned because they thought, I thought I'd already gone through this with my counsellor or my psychiatrist. Why is it still there? Why is it still haunting me? And it was through that creative process that they started talking about it and creating symbolism about where they were where they are now. And really from there, all I can say it's been the participants, the women, what they've created, the thought, the energy that they've put through into their work, their journeys, their healing process. It was an amazing 10 weeks, and everything was done as part of the social media campaign. It had to be 10 days because we were advocating for legislation for 10 days paid leave. That was always the twofold process of the project. One, for the women to go through the healing process using art, and secondly, to really advocate for change in legislation. And that's why the exhibition is open for 4 weeks, exactly 141 hours, and that's pivotal because the ACTU, the union, has stated that that's how long it actually takes to actually go through the process of leaving a situation, a violent situation. And it also costs $18,000.
I would ask that during the course of the night, whilst admiring the beautiful artwork, take a little time, read through some of the accompanying poems that are in the catalogue. It'll allow you to appreciate the art on a whole different level. It'll actually give you a background and a better understanding, and understand how powerful that, as spoken before, that art can be.
All their works are a new story. They're where they are today and their journey moving forward.
It's very clear the effect of creativity on healing and building resilience. And I think to have the opportunity to have your work shown, we get to see it, you get to externalise that some of the pain, but also that beautiful creative spirit. You get to externalise it in the works. Other people get to see it. You can show your family and friends, and often these things are trapped deep inside us. So to be able to externalise it, I think, is very empowering. So I'm a true believer in the power of creativity.
So to the ladies here tonight that we acknowledge as being domestic violence survivors, you were role models. You were providing hope to many other victims out there who are either too scared or embarrassed to take the step towards saving themselves. You show them that it can be done and that you can shine bright. Ladies, your strength and determination should be applauded, and I applaud this.
And that was the beauty of seeing them. There were tears at the end of the program as well, as one of the ladies said, "Miriam, thank you. I've pushed him away now. I've moved forward." It's something I couldn't talk with my counsellor about. It's something that we couldn't resolve, but I've resolved it now with this artwork, and I have moved on.
Get up the next morning and you think, I have me back, and that's just the most amazing feeling.
But as Veronica and Sylvia have pointed out, that sadly not all victims of domestic violence become strong survivors like those before you this evening. And in the memory of some of those beautiful souls that have passed, Sharon, one of our artists, has put together a DVD behind us on a TV screen there, which we'd like to share with you tonight, in memory of those that cannot be with us.